Good morning and welcome to your morning yoga practice. My name is Dominique and today I will be guiding you through an embodied yoga flow. The intention behind embodied yoga is to increase body awareness by really connecting to the sensations in the body. As we flow throughout our practice today, you will notice that there will be options to flow outside of typical linear movement. And I invite you to listen to your body and allow your body to be a guide for your practice today. Please be sure to modify as needed and allow your body to explore. We will have our yoga blocks at the top of our mat, and we'll keep them there until we are ready to invite them into the practice. Once you have your yoga mat rolled out and your blocks at the top of the mat, we will begin in a child's pose. So you can face towards the front of the mat. Your choice if you would like the knees close together or if you would like them wider apart. Then you'll go ahead and sit back towards the heels, arms extend out long, forehead down towards the mat. And we'll take a few moments here to connect with the body, to bring awareness to the body. We invite that awareness in with our breath, noticing the inhales and exhales, awareness around the depth, the texture. And then perhaps you scan through the body, starting at the crown of the head, and scanning all through the face, the neck, the arms, the torso, the hips, the legs, and the feet. Take inventory. No attachment or judgment, just notice what you are feeling. We have that intention today to really connect with the body and increase our body awareness. And you can either stay here in your typical child's pose, or you can start to lift your head off the earth and walk the hands off to the left side of the mat for a stretch through the right side of the body. A couple of rounds of breath here. And if hands are off to the left, walk them through the center, then over towards the right. And this time we stretch through the left side of the body. One more round of breath here. Then we all meet back at the center. From our child's pose, begin to press your way up into all fours. Your wrists will be underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and we'll move into a cat-cow. So once you have your foundation, you'll inhale and drop the belly, gaze goes up. Exhale, round through the back, chin to chest. Inhale, drop the belly, gaze goes up. Exhale, round. Continue to flow through that at your own breath, your own pace. Take your time. Bring awareness into the sensations with each shape and also the transitions through each shape. And then if you would like, you can add in a little bit of spinal flossing. So if you would like to add that in whenever you are in your cow pose, you'll shift the hips back towards the heels. And then as you exhale and round, you shift your hips forward towards the hands. So you'll inhale, shift the hips back as your gaze goes up for cow. Exhale, shift forward as you round through the back. If you're taking this spinal floss variation, move very slowly here. And then of course check in. If this doesn't resonate with you, then you can move back to a traditional cat-cow, or you can find a different variation. Eventually we will make our way into a dancing lion. So if you would like to make your way there now, then you'll go into a traditional tabletop. Then you'll start to barrel roll through the chest, roll through the hips. Really tune into the body here. Allow it to guide you. And as always, I like to encourage you to close your eyes to really connect with the body. And this doesn't have to be linear. You can move forward and back, side to side. It doesn't have to be the same. Really try to encourage yourself to move intuitively and in a manner that is different than how you would normally move. You can even bend through the elbows. Tuck the chin to the chest. So back towards the heels. We have a couple more rounds of breath to explore. Then eventually you'll make your way into a tabletop. Tuck through the toes, lift the hips to the sky, down dog. If you've practiced with me before, you know that I really like to move into a dancing down dog whenever I'm doing a somatic or an embodied flow. So you can go ahead and invite that in now, or you can take more of a traditional pedal with the feet as you just lower one heel to the earth and then the other. You can also drop both heels to one side and then the other. Take your time to explore here. Notice the sensations, no attachment or judgment to what you are feeling, just awareness. Eventually you find stillness in your down dog, and then you'll lift the heels and start to walk your way to the top of the mat into a forward fold. Once you arrive in your forward fold, drop the crown of the head to the earth. And then you can bring one block onto the left side of the mat so they're easily accessible for the next few shapes if you would like to use them. Then inhale, halfway lift, either hands to shins or hands to the blocks if you would like to invite them in right away. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. One more time, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And if you don't have the blocks, now would be a good time to invite them in. You can either place them on their lowest setting, middle setting, or highest. We will move into a standing split, so that might help guide you to which setting you would like to have them on for your morning practice. And then weight will start to shift into your left foot. Inhale, lift your right foot up towards the ceiling for a standing split. Drop the crown of the head to the earth. Then if you would like, you can start to pump your leg, or you can bend through the knee and rotate through the hip. Bringing awareness to the hinging joint, so that'll be your hip, whether it's down and up or rotating. Then eventually we meet with the right leg extended for a standing split. Then on your exhale, lower right foot, lower right knee down to the earth for a low crescent lunge. And you can move the positioning of the blocks for you to come up into a low crescent with hands supported on the blocks. And then we'll take it just a few moments here. You can do a little wiggle side to side if you would like. And then we add in a flow into a half split. So go ahead and place the blocks wherever it's most comfortable for you. We inhale here, pull the chest through. Exhale, straighten front leg and rock back. Inhale, shift forward, pull the chest through the arms. Exhale, rock back. Keep flowing through this. Take your time. We will eventually hold the half split, so just allow yourself to move forward and back here. Then on your next shift back to your half split, hold there. You can walk the blocks closer towards the hips if you would like. Then you can stay static, or you can invite in a wiggle of the hips left and right. If you would like to take a twist in your half split, then find stillness. Right hand to a block. Inhale, lift your left hand up towards the ceiling, and we'll hold here. You can rotate through your left wrist if you would like, or even through the left arm, your choice. You are supported by the block, so if you would like, you can close your eyes and really connect to the body and the sensations. Eventually, we meet with the left hand up towards the ceiling. Then left hand comes back to the block. We shift forward, and then we'll walk both of the blocks over to the right as we tuck right toes and lift right knee. Make your way into a wide-legged forward fold with the hands on the blocks. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Try to drop the crown of the head down towards the earth. If you're a little bit taller, I suggest for you to move your blocks to their highest positioning. Otherwise, you can keep them on their second level. For this next shape, we'll move into a supported Skandasana pose. So you'll lift halfway so that your shoulders are in line with the hips. Then start to bend through your right knee, left leg is straight. Then bring your way back through center. Move to the other side. Then eventually you'll start to move intuitively back and forth. You can keep the movement as deep or as shallow as works best for you this morning. And then start to flow like water. And you can even move the blocks with you if you would like. So if you want to go into a deeper Skandasana, you can bring the blocks over with you. We have some time to play, to explore, to connect to the body, noticing the sensations. And of course, you can always hold static. So again, move intuitively here. So if it feels better for you, or if it's more intuitive for you to stay in a static hold, you are welcome to do that. Otherwise, continue to flow. Eventually, we all meet at the center with that crown of the head towards the earth in a wide-legged forward fold. Then we'll pivot the heels in, toes out, bend through the knees, and then walk the blocks out for a horse pose variation. See if you could sink a little bit deeper into the hips here. And then perhaps you rock the hips left and right. Eventually you'll extend through the legs, the blocks will come back towards you, and then we'll pivot back to the front of the mat, and then just go ahead and step your right foot up to the left. You're in a forward fold. We'll move through a couple of halfway lifts here, so you can move the blocks aside if you would like, or you can keep them. You'll fold over so crown of the head comes down towards the earth. Then inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. One more, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. So we'll go ahead and invite those blocks back in. Weight shifts into right foot this time. Inhale, lift your left foot back. You're in a standing split. And then again, allow yourself to explore here. You can drop the left foot down to the earth and lift it back up, or you can bend through left knee and rotate through the hip. Your choice. Couple more rounds of breath here. Embracing the stability we have with the blocks. And then eventually your left leg will extend long. And as you exhale, left foot to the earth, bend through the knees, lower left knee to the earth, untuck the toes, and then walk the blocks back as you come into your crescent lunge. Breathe here. And then we'll add in the flow of the half split, so you can walk the blocks forward if you would like. Pull the chest through the arms. Inhale. Exhale, rock back, half split. Inhale, rock forward. Pull the chest through. Exhale, rock back. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, keep moving, rock back, take your time. Go at your own pace here. Again, we will eventually move into stillness on this side in half split. So notice what that influences you to do with your body. Next time you come into your half split, hold there. You can walk the blocks a little bit closer towards the body. Then perhaps you start to rock the hips left and right. You can keep rocking, or you can bring this into your twist. So if you would like to go into the twist, find stillness through the hips. Left hand stays on the block. Inhale, lift your right hand up towards the ceiling. And then you can go ahead and roll out through right wrist or through the arm. So again, we are supported by the block. So if you want to close your eyes, the little bit of instability that we usually feel when we close our eyes might go away with that extra support. Connect to the sensations. Notice without attachment or judgment. Freedom to explore here. Then eventually our right hand comes back down to the block. We will shift forward, tuck left toes, lift left knee. This time we'll step right up into a forward fold at the top of the mat. Blocks come alongside, and then you can push them back towards the center of the mat if you would like. Hands come to the earth. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend through the knees, and bring your seat back down to the mat. Knees are bent, soles of the feet are planted. Then go ahead and bring your hands to the back of the thighs. If you've practiced with me before, this next move might be a little familiar. So you'll inhale, pull the chest through. We think cat-cow energy. Exhale, round through the back, chin to chest as you lean back. Inhale, lift, pull the chest through. Exhale, lean back and round. Inhale, lift, keep flowing, take your time. There's no rush as you move from one shape to the other. We have a few more breaths here to play, to explore. Eventually, we will roll back down onto the mat. So perhaps you take one more full round before you roll. And then whenever you are ready to roll onto the mat, you'll roll from the C curve, and then you'll just use your hands to help guide you down. And then start to walk the feet in closer towards the hips. Arms come alongside the body. We'll move through some bridge rolls. So press through the heels of the feet. Imprint low spine into the earth. Then start to scoop the pelvis up towards the ceiling. And vertebrae by vertebrae, roll yourself up. We'll reverse that and we'll roll back down the same way we came in. Then keep moving. Press to the heels, scoop pelvis up, roll yourself up, and then reverse that. Keep flowing here. Eventually we will move into a supported bridge, but there's no rush. Perhaps you take one more full round. And then the next time you roll up into your bridge, you'll hold there. Go ahead and bring one block on its lowest setting underneath you. Then slowly start to let the sacrum rest onto the block. Then you can remove the arms and bring them alongside the body here if you would like. Then you have a few choices. You can stay here with the block on its lowest setting and extend one leg out, the other leg out, or both legs. Or you can press through the heels, lift the hips, and bring the block into a higher setting. Your choice. Allow yourself to explore, find what feels good for you. Sometimes what I like to do when I extend one leg is bring the opposite knee into the chest. And then that'll allow you to roll through the ankle if you would like, giving the ankle joint a little love. So we have a few rounds of breath here to really explore, to connect, to notice. And this is where I'll really encourage you to close through the eyes. If you notice any pinching in your low back, then that's a sign for you to come down onto a lower setting, or perhaps you come out of bridge completely and find a different position that works best for you. We have a few more rounds of breath here. And if you have one leg extended or both legs extended, now would be a good time to bend through the knees and plant both feet back on the mat. From our supported bridge, we will move into a supported waterfall. And a way that I like to do that is to bring the knees into the chest and then allow the block to flip so that your sacrum is still on the flat side, but you're kind of balancing on the corner of the block. Physics will definitely come into play there. And if you don't like this, you can always bring the block into a flat position, or you can remove the block completely for your waterfall pose. Then you can stay in stillness here if you would like, or you can start to roll through the ankles. You can even add in the arms and bring the arms up towards the ceiling and roll through both wrists and ankles. Again, another opportunity to close the eyes, to really connect and notice. What do you feel? Bringing awareness into the body, no attachment or judgment. And if arms are up towards the ceiling, you can bring them down. And then we'll go ahead and bend through the knees. Plant the feet on the earth. If you have the block underneath you, press through the heels, lift your hips up, remove the block, and roll yourself down. Then from here, we'll bring both of the knees into the chest and rock left and right. Go ahead and move both the blocks out of the way. We are done with the blocks for this practice. And then allow the leg packet to fall to the left as you open up your right arm for a supine twist. Gaze is to the right. A few more rounds of breath here before we move to the other side. Perhaps with each exhale, you sink a little bit deeper into the shape. Then very gently, low back will come back to the earth. Then you'll just take another rock left and right again. This time the leg packet will fall over towards the right as left arm opens up. Gaze is to the left. Supine twist on the right side. Again, the eyes can close here if you would like. Allow yourself to sink into the posture, perhaps finding a little bit more length with each exhale. One more full round of breath here. Then with ease, release the twist. Find your knees back into the chest. Then you'll extend one leg and then the other for your final Shavasana pose. Arms can be alongside the body, or you can bring the hands to the navel space. Perhaps the heat of the hands brings awareness to the navel space. Perhaps you can even feel your heartbeat in the navel space pumping into the hands. Then allow yourself to drift, to relax, to remain in stillness. Perhaps you do another scan through the body, starting with the crown of the head, down through the face, the neck, the shoulders, the arms, the torso, the hips, the glutes, the legs, and the feet. Taking inventory and noticing the difference now versus the beginning of the practice. Cultivating awareness all through the body. No attachment to the sensations, just notice. And allow that awareness to bring you more peace and to settle deeper into stillness. As always, you can pause the video and remain in this final shape for as long as it serves you. Another few moments in stillness. And together we inhale through the nose. Open mouth, sigh. Awareness to the adjustments in the body the breath made. Deepening the breath And bringing in movement through the toes, the fingers, the wrists, the ankles, and the limbs. And our ankles come together, arms extend overhead, find length. Perhaps the eyes start to flutter open and the knees make their way into the chest. You're welcome to roll into fetal pose if that calls to you. Otherwise, with ease and care, you'll very gently make your way back into a simple seat. And as you arrive in your simple seat, I invite you to bring your left hand to your heart, your right hand to the earth, and bow your head. If you would like to set an intention for your day, I invite you to do so now. Perhaps it's to carry this body awareness with you throughout the rest of the day. Embracing the connectedness. One more full round of breath here. Then bring your prayer hands to chest, Anjali Mudra. Thank you so much for flowing with me today. If you liked the video, please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you.